Okay, here I've got two little inserts. The main differences about them are the weight of the papers. This is the lighter weight double-sided cardstock. It's not as heavy as some brands are, but it's just going to be for a little insert, so it'll be fine. The inside pages are from 24-pound text weight paper, and all cut on the die just alike. The only thing I did was went back and rounded these corners, and that's just so that it sits inside the elastics better. This one, same exact thing, same die cut, the page element from the Passport Journal, except this is all cardstock. This is a 80-pound, I think, weight fleck cardstock. I've had this stuff for probably 20 years and still have a little bit left. And this is some of the 110-pound ivory cardstock because I like to use ivory and white in a lot of projects. So the difference, get these put together. If you'll notice, these with 4 pages in there, the stack out is just a tiny bit outside of the edge of the cover piece, even though it's all about the same weight, the way it feels. Once you got this sewn together, you could take a ruler, an X-Acto knife, and trim that off if it bothered you. Doesn't bother me. I've made many books for 20 plus years now, and very seldom have I gone back and trimmed the edges. This one does have a little more of a stack out. That's because the cardstock being thicker, every time you layer a piece into the spine, it's going to bump itself out. So the first couple of pieces aren't that bad. They're about comparable to 4 pieces of this, but once you add those other 2 pieces, then you do get a wider stack out. There again, still doesn't bother me, so it's no big deal. But if it bothers you, wait until you get it sewn together, then trim that off. If not, you could still end up with a little bit of unevenness on there. And the way I sew these is just simply, I do use a needle. That's just because it makes it a little easier on my eyes. And I like to do, even though these are lightweight pieces, I like to do the 2 loops through there. To me, it just looks better on the overall, piece. And this is just this stuff right here, just crochet cotton. But you can use anything. I've used embroidery floss. I've used that little bitty tiny skinny ribbon that you, now the other thing I do is, and it doesn't matter whether you have your knot on the inside or outside. That's, there again, is just personal preference. But I do like to do the knot so that it attaches both of these together. And I usually do a couple of knots just to make sure. But that little skinny ribbon that they used to do ribbon embroidery with, I had some of it years ago. I used to use it a lot of times in my books when I would do the little sewn signatures like this. So once you get your signature made, then it just slips right in there because it's designed to work with the notebook size die. Works with the Passport Journal. It also works with the wrapped journal. So the same little insert piece can just as easily be used inside your wrapped journal to make your inserts. So the page element alone for the Passport Journal is worth owning it because it also, when you do them out of a heavier weight cardstock like this, you can make them be little individual booklets all on their own. They're wonderful for having a little notebook to just stick down in your purse for jotting notes on. You can use it and make a cute, simple little recipe booklet to gift a friend some favorite recipes that she likes of yours, that sort of thing. So there are so many options with this page element alone that makes the passport journal just invaluable. But now that we have the new notebook journal die, between it, the wrapped journal, it's just, your possibilities are endless.